Welcome back. This is the lesson number 3. In this lesson, we are going to study how you can read file as a byte data. What does this mean? In the previous lesson, we had tried to read a file, but it was a text file. As you see, we read a data from a text file. And as you know, the data in a text file, you can understand this data because it's written by English language. But if you wanted to read an MP4, which is a video, or MP3, which is a sound, by the same way you read the text file, you can't do this because the MP3 and MP4 store in your memory as bytes, not like text store as English data. For example, let's open this text file and see. This text file, you can read all data in this file and understand what this data mean, because text file is specified to store text as understanded way. But video also is written as text, but this text is using encoded byte, which means we can't read it by the same way we have read the text file in the previous lesson. Let's see what I mean. First, I will import. Let's try. First, I will create a function to read file. This function will take a variable. For example, I will give it the path of the file I want to read. Okay. We studied before how you can read a file using with and open. Open takes the path of the file started with R sound and single quotation. Inside the single quotation, you put the path of the file. Okay. Let's read this file. Here, a print space character. The path of this file, or the main path of this file, or the path of the folder containing this file is this. In this file. This is the path of the folder containing this file. Okay. Let's type it here. After this, press slash and just type the first character. In the name, you will find that Python is suggest for you the files in this main path containing or start with those characters. I will choose MP4 file. Okay. And also open function take the mode of the opening depending on what you wanna from the opening. If you wanna to open the file to read, you type here R. If you want to open the file to write on it, you type W. Okay, I wanted to read the file, so I will type R. And after this, as alias. And press enter. Here I wanted to read the file, so I will type f.read, the alias.read. Okay. I want to start the data I will read from a file in a variable, so I will create a variable called data and store this data on it. So this, I will bring this data to see what this means. Okay. Let's call this function here. And give this function this path. Just type here the word path, which is given from the parameter of the function, and here type all the paths. So this path will pass for the function as a parameter and put here as the full path of the file. Okay. Let's run. Before we run, let's import library time to measure the time of the reading. Here I will type T1, which is the time before the reading process. I will import the time function from the time module. So T1 is the time in your computer before reading the file. And T2 containing the time after reading the file. So the difference between T2 minus T1 is the time of the reading process. I will type a message, and here type time of reading process. And here I put format to combine this number with this text. Okay. Let's run and see the result. Here you will find an error appears for you. Why? Because we mentioned before, you can't read all files like text. Text, you can read it by type R mode. But if you want to read any another data type, you should read it as byte. Why? Because the data in text is stored as it's written, but the data in video or MP3 or any other file is written as byte. So you should type here B character, which means read data as binary. Okay, let's run. Here you go. You will find this character, which is a three character and slash. This characters or this shape or this data express about the content of the video. Here, let's see this video. Here, this video.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to this tutorial. And right now, let us actually implement our simple keylogger from the previous.
This video is stored in memory or is encrypted by this way in memory, by this data. If we type here the function type to see the type of data, and run, you will notice that this data is bytes. So you should read it as byte. Let's run this function again and see something. If you notice here that the time for this reading process is 3.587 seconds. As we mentioned in the previous lesson, why this happened? You will notice here that we read all the MP4 file data. But if you read only 10 characters from this file, here you will notice that the time for reading a process is very, very small time, which is 999 from 1000, which is very small compared to the previous time. So if you read a small part of the file, the time for reading the process will be very small, and will be very useful when we type hold the ransomware, because this will make the process of the encryption very, very fast. And also encrypting those 10 characters is very fast than encrypting all the file. Okay? Here you will notice that this text is start with B and single quotation, which means that this data is byte. By this, we have reached to the end of the lesson, and see you in the next lesson.